All right, let me guess. You heard about Bitcoin on TikTok, or maybe your kid keeps saying, Dad, we need to buy Bitcoin. And now you're wondering, where do I even start without messing this up? Well, let me say it plain and simple. Don't trust, verify. That's Bitcoin's golden rule. And in this video, I'll show you exactly how to get started the right way. We're covering three things: where to actually buy Bitcoin safely, how to store it, because if it's not in your wallet, it's not yours, and how to spot the scams that are targeting beginners like you. This isn't just another hype video. This is about helping you think clearly, act wisely, and teach the next generation what smart money looks like. Hey, I'm Josh Lasquette, realtor, husband, data-free, and someone who cares deeply about helping families like yours stay grounded in truth while building something lasting for today and the future. Let's break this all down in a way that actually makes sense. All right, so let's say you're curious about Bitcoin, but you don't want to mess this up. There are three main paths to get started depending on your confidence, your goals, and how hands-on that you want to be. Let's walk through them. Option one is Coinbase, direct ownership. This is where I started. Coinbase is super beginner friendly. You sign up, connect your bank, and then you can start buying Bitcoin in minutes. It's real Bitcoin. You actually own the asset. And that means that you can move it later to your own cold wallet if you want full control. It's clean, intuitive, and great for people who want to start stacking without a learning curve. Option number two might be a Bitcoin ETF through a brokerage account. Okay, so if you already have a brokerage account at, let's say, Fidelity or Charles Schwab, you can invest in Bitcoin ETFs, and we'll throw them up here on the screen. Now you can start with IBIT, which is through BlackRock, or FBTC, which is through Fidelity, and then there's ARKB, which is ARK21 Shares Bitcoin ETF, or GBTC, which is the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust, which is now a spot ETF. Now, going this route gives you price exposure to Bitcoin. You don't actually own the Bitcoin, but you benefit if the price goes up. It's also easier for retirement accounts and people that are used to stocks. The downside is that you can't move it to your own wallet. You don't hold the keys, but if you're just getting started, it's a solid first step. Now let's go to option three, which is Bitcoin IRA. Now this is retirement plus ownership. This one might be a little more advanced, but it's one of my favorite strategies. I personally use a company which is called Bitcoin IRA. It's a platform where you can invest real Bitcoin inside a retirement account. You get the tax advantages of a traditional IRA, but with the growth potential of Bitcoin. And when you retire, you can choose to roll that Bitcoin into your own cold storage. That's ownership. This is ideal for long-term planners, parents thinking about legacy, anyone who wants to diversify their retirement savings into something with real upside. Now, I use all three of these strategies because they each serve a purpose, but ultimately, I believe the goal should be ownership. That means learning how to secure your Bitcoin in your own cold wallet. Buying Bitcoin is just the beginning. The real power comes when you learn how to store it safely. Let's keep it simple. Think of Coinbase like a digital bank. You can buy, sell, and see your balance right on your phone. Super easy. But here's the catch. What if that bank gets hacked or decides to freeze your account? What if something glitches? Now enter cold storage. This is like having a treasure chest buried in a place only you know about, and only you have the map. Let me break it down for you. Hot wallets, these are connected to the internet, usually part of the app or exchange that you use to buy Bitcoin. They're fast, convenient, and good for small amounts or active trading. But they come with risk. If the platform gets compromised, so could your Bitcoin. Cold wallets, now these are offline wallets. Think USB drive looking devices like a Ledger or a Trezor. You store your Bitcoin in it. and it's not connected to the internet. That means hackers can't touch it. Even if your computer gets a virus, your Bitcoin stays untouched. You set it up with a secure PIN and something called a seed phrase, a list of 12 or 24 words that act as your ultimate backup key. That seed phrase, you write it down on paper, not in your notes app, not on Google Drive, not in a group text. You guard it like it's your life savings. It may feel a little intimidating at first, but trust me, once you understand it, it's empowering. It teaches discipline. It gives you control. And here's the thing, Bitcoin is different than a stock or a bank account. There is no forgot password button. That's why ownership takes responsibility. In my wood shop, when I build something by hand, a custom piece I put hours into, you better believe I'm protecting it, wrapping it, sealing it, and storing it in a safe place until it finds its home. Same goes here. You're not just buying an asset, you're building something for your future, and that deserves care. All right, time for some real talk. There are people out there who want to separate you from your Bitcoin before you even know how it works. Now, here are the red flags. Guaranteed returns, celebrity DMs or fake endorsements, Telegram groups, Discord invites, or pressure to act fast. If you wouldn't trust someone with your debit card, don't trust them with your Bitcoin. And here's a bonus tip. Never share your seed phrase. That's your master key. Write it down on paper. Don't screenshot it. Don't store it on iCloud. And don't ever text it to anyone. One of the best things you can do, slow down, learn, ask questions. You're not falling behind. You know, this whole thing, it's not just about Bitcoin. It's about something deeper. It's about learning how to take control of your money, your learning, your mindset, and your legacy. See, for most of us, especially as parents, we grew up being told to follow the system. Get a job, save a little, maybe retire comfortably. But now, the world's different. The system's different. And if we want our kids to thrive, we've got to teach them how to think differently. I think about my kids every time I make a decision like this. I don't want them chasing approval, drowning in debt, or waiting for someone else to rescue them. I want them to understand what real value looks like and how to protect it. Bitcoin isn't a magic wand. It's not going to solve all your problems overnight. But what it can do is teach you discipline, responsibility, patience, and maybe most importantly, the courage to think long-term in a short-term world. When you take time to learn something new, when you invest in what you believe in, when you protect what you've earned, that's when you start building a foundation. And you know what? That kind of foundation lasts. It's bigger than Bitcoin. It's about becoming someone who can weather the storm and still move forward. Whether it's your money, your time, or your relationships, own it, build it, and protect it. Now, if this helped you in any way, maybe gave you a little more confidence or sparked a new thought, I'd be honored if you'd hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this with someone who's just starting to build. If you've got questions about Bitcoin, real estate, or building a life with purpose, reach out. All my links are below, and as always, a single smile is infectious. It can spread joy and cover a mile. We'll see you next time.